Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Brave Prince of Musashi for the Sony PlayStation 1. In the last video, we made our way through the maze in the soda fountain, and we also fought Ben. Yeah, it's Ben, because Ben's the one with the stutter. Almost got confused there. Anyway, we are now in a more open outside area of Soda Fountain. And now we need to go through here in order to get further in. So without further ado, let's begin. There are a few things we can get around here. I'm surprised I can block a homing missile with a sword. Speaking of homing, that's what you get. Homing from the brown guy with the rocket launcher. Press the circle button to lock onto an enemy and shoot telekinetic bullets. Consumes 10 BP. As for the blue guy, with the machine gun, he gives you three-way. Press the circle button to shoot spreading telekinetic bullets. Consumes 5 BP. I didn't even get to show off the rocket. I'll do that eventually, but here's three-way. Might as well go ahead and... Really? I have to say, just send it right at me. Really? Ah. Well, you've seen that, so let's go ahead and show off the homing missile here. I'm gonna get three-way again, because I'd rather have that. And there's a guy in green shooting out bombs. I wonder if he'll give me anything. Oh, come on. You're gonna have to run into a wall sometime, buddy. There we go. Grenade. Press the circle button to throw powerful telekinetic grenades. Consumes 50 BP. I'd rather have three-way. It doesn't seem like it's going to be all that good. You just throw a grenade forward, and that's pretty much all you do. I'd rather just have three-way, because at least you can actually do something with it. And of course, tear through enemies too. These little copter enemies, you cannot assimilate them. They won't give you anything, and your sword will just pass through them if you even so much as try. But they do show up every so often. You can actually get stuff out of them. And, uh-oh. Now, you could use the Rumperoni SP attack on those gate doors, but you would also have to deal with the turrets that shoot the lasers at you. Also, these little walkers, they always drop 200 BP and 50 HP every single time you fight one, which is actually pretty nice, because you may need that boost of energy from those enemies. You may actually be needing HP and BP. And you cannot assimilate them. All you can do is just destroy one leg. They don't come back, and they always give you the little boost every single time. And there's a laser that comes out of the gate turrets. Thankfully, the gates also give you HP and BP too, just like the little walker enemies. And now, it's time to go through the maze. You want to be very careful while you're here. There's a new enemy that will pop up. I do want to get my hands on it, and it can hit you through walls, so you do want to be careful. Matter of fact, it's right there. It's the red armor guy, who gives you Fence. Press the circle button to emit a crescent wave from fusion. Consumes 8 BP. It's not very powerful. I still consider it best to stick to 3-way. It's the best weapon you can get around here. So you want to start by going to the left, and then once you see that red guy, you want to make your way a bit to the right here. And there's a chest. I want to make sure I get that. But first, I want to get my hands on 3-way. Again. That way, I can have myself a relatively useful weapon. Get out of here, you. So that way, when I need to actually do something, I can do it. And the weapon should be right here. You do have to make your way to this chest in order to make your way through the maze. And this chest contains an EX drink, which fully restores HP and restores 5 BP. There's 2 more treasures, but we won't get them until the end. And yeah, that's what I meant when I said that the sword guy can hit you through the walls. Anyway, we do want to make our way down and to the left. We do want to make our way back to the left side of the maze once we get that chest. Otherwise, we're going to be in for a bad time. And we can also pick up some health, which I will definitely need. Staying away from him so he doesn't hit me. And hey, what do you know? We're at the exit. And he still hit me. Well, he won't be hitting me for much longer. Get out of here with that. I'd rather not even have to deal with any of that. Oh, come on. And I'm starting to run out of BP, too. Thankfully, we'll be able to find some more once we get out of this maze, finally. And hey, Walker. I'll take it. I'll take whatever this thing gives me. Which is going to be a lot in this case. Alright. And we now have turrets coming out of the bushes now. Make sure you destroy these. You're going to need the power-ups that they leave. And these turrets are much like the ones at the gates. Just pay attention so that when you lock on, you get locked on by these things. You actually don't get hit by the laser that they shoot. And from here, it's gate shooting time. And we also got these little wall lasers too. You have to actually jump up and shoot them. By shooting just, or hitting just one of them, you'll be able to disable the lasers. And you can destroy the little things on the other side for even more pickups. Get out of here with that. And the statues now have the lasers coming out of them now. I'd rather take care of those. Just get those out of the way. And I wish these things would stop firing at me for once. Getting shot at by 3 different things. Why are you here? I actually took care of the other statue at the same time. How about that? Nice. And we're back up to full HP and BP. Just from thoughtful use of 3-way. Now we're in another area. You can actually destroy the fountains. I don't think you get much out of doing that, though. But you can if you want. And that will take care of everything. I don't even have to destroy the enemies unless I really want to. And that helped because, well, that gave me some HP back. And so will this. And be careful when climbing this wall, because there is a laser. There are 4 of them in all. They're in the little trees around here. And as you approach these little trees, you'll reveal these things. Don't worry. Thankfully, they're really easy to get rid of with 3-way. Now, you need to destroy the fountain. Unlike the other fountains, this will reveal the path ahead. Of course, you also have to destroy 2 of these mechs, which is a good thing for you because you're probably going to be needing the HP and BP anyway. Just don't get hit by that flamethrower. It will do a good amount of damage. And now, we're in here. Get out of here with that. Now, you could go all the way down there and jump your way across, but if you have the Sky Scroll, which you will, you can just float over here and save yourself some trouble. And also, a headache. You can grab onto those little pipes there at the end if you take the lower route. Though, you're probably better off just floating your way across with the Sky Scroll. Don't want to fight these things yet. Well, you'll see what things I'm talking about in a few seconds. I do want to fight these, but I also want to fight these. Three-way will make short work of those gates. And while they have a little more HP and a little more defense, you'll still tear through them. Just watch out for the multi-way shot and you should be fine. And you can destroy these tubes for HP and BP, though beware, some of them, like this one in particular, will contain enemies who are ready to slash at you. Thankfully, you'll have more than enough to completely refill with, so you shouldn't have too much difficulty getting back to full on HP and BP while you're here. He still hit me. Get out of here with that. And suddenly got 2 critical hits in a row. How about that? You'll tear through their shields before doing some crazy damage to them. So at least you have that going on. And these little servers, they always drop 30 HP and 30 BP. And they always go down in 2 hits no matter what you're hitting them with. So, there is that. Now when you go up these stairs, you'll have to deal with a few blue guards who with the machine gun that will give you 3-way. If you need 3-way at this point, this is a really good time to get it if you actually don't have it. And it probably may be because you've been switching between this and whatever the game decides to hand you that you probably wanted. Come on. There's the health and there's the BP. And I'll go ahead and take care of both of these guys at the same time. I tried to jump over that. Can you shoot the wall, please? And these little copter guys will eventually come down. And when they do, you're free to hit them. Now we have another mech to deal with. And another enemy that will shoot at us with a machine gun. Come on. Well, that took care of that. And slashing at this thing with fusion really makes things a little easier. Just makes it easier to just power through that sword. And you do have to go in here and fight this thing. When this thing locks on with the laser, you're going to need to be ready to jump over the laser because it will hurt. And you do want to fire at it with 3-way because that's how you're going to deal a massive amount of damage. After the laser, it will shoot 4 rockets at a time. It shoots 4 rockets twice, and you'll need to avoid those, which can be a little harder to do because those little missiles don't have shadows. And hey, I managed to get my BP back. Stuff will fall from these enemies, such as the hearts. In case they fall off, you cannot get them. You cannot just walk off the platform and get them. Also, enemies keep dropping BP when you don't really need the BP at this point. I didn't need BP a long time ago, just because of well, all the experience farming that I had to do those couple times in the forests. And I'm running out of BP pretty quick. Maybe I can get even more from whoever is over here. Just a little bit more there. And we have another mech. I'll gladly take what they have. Come on. There we go. And once we go up with this elevator, we will take on the next boss battle.
shocked that you'd even think of hitting a girl.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Huh. How about this? You try to keep up with my dancing. Dance or die.
How to dance with style. First, Topo will dance. Watch how she dances and remember her graceful moves. Next, it's Musashi's turn. He must keep up with Topo. The 4 panels on the stage correspond with the controller's triangle, circle, X, and square buttons. Press a button when you want to move the corresponding panel. If you can keep up with Topo, you can move to the next stage for a total of 3 songs. Each time you fail, you'll get zapped, and you'll have to begin again. Start grooving. So, yeah, you watch what she does, and then she does it again, and when she dances again, that's when you have to keep up with her.
Not bad. Now, can you keep up with this?
And that's what happens if you get it wrong.
How pathetic.
You get blown backwards by the fans into the force field behind you, and then you have to walk back up there and start again. Once you have control of Musashi again, you don't start pressing buttons right away. You wait for Topo to move before you start pressing buttons. Okay, it was circle twice, not X twice. I had to press circle again. And the better your stats, the less damage you're going to take each time you mess up. And of course, you have to watch this every time you fail. Thankfully, it's always the same for each stage. Finally, I remembered this time.
Now, can you keep up with this? How pathetic.
Okay, it is X and not triangle. I love how the game waits until the start of the next loop before Topo starts dancing again when you get close enough to her to get her to start.
You're too good! I'm not surprised you're so good. You've been dancing to our tune all this time. It was so easy to lead you here.
I was led here?
Leader's force was ordered to help you get the 5 scrolls. And thanks to you, we didn't have to battle with the Crest Guardians. It was up to us to give Colonel Cappricola the complete Lumina. You were just a pawn.
Is that what all this was? Well, too bad for you. Lumina isn't complete yet. Not until I defeat the last Crest Guardian and liberate the Sky Scroll.
What if I told you it was here in Soda Fountain?
Who cares where it is? At least not until I liberate the Crest.
I'm pretty sure it matters? Anyway, once you go over here, you'll almost end this stage of Soda Fountain.
Oh no! My legs! That was my final rave. Farewell, dearest Cappricola.
And before you leave, you do want to make sure you open these chests because they are the last 2 treasure chests in the game. And you'll probably want what's inside anyway. There's both of the treasure chests contain a sea drink. And they're not going to do much for BP, but they'll still recover a fair amount of HP. Once you go through this little opening here, you'll end Soda Fountain Part 3, and you'll go on to Part 4. Yes, I would like to save. And we are going to resume play in the next video. Let's just see what we're looking at first.
Hey, that's Princess!
Musashi!
Cappricola, you loser! Where are you taking her?
We're going to find out next time. Join me next time where we go up this little spiral staircase and see what is going on. See if we can rescue the princess and tackle whatever Cappricola has in front of us. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!